Honor Flight of Northeast Tennessee is gearing up for their next trip to the nation's capital in October. And here to tell us more about that trip and some other things going on are Edie Lowry and Ann Wooden. Ladies, thank y'all for stopping by.
Thank you.
I love hearing about Honor Flight. I really do. You got this big trip coming up in October. Tell us about it.
October 12th is our big dinner for the veterans and guardians and their family members coming out to kick off for our trip for the 13th through the 15th.
Right.
And it's booked. And it's all signed, sealed, and ready to deliver.
You love having a full bus.
You better believe it. You bet.
And Ann, the big Tables of Honor event is sold out. Tell us about that.
Correct.
I know you're pleased with that.
We are. We were planning on coming on here today and promoting and selling more tables, but we're sold out.
Sold out.
We're sold out.
It's a good problem to have.
And we're already in process of planning for next year and hope to make it bigger and better and raise even more money. But the one thing we want to do is to thank all our patrons who bought tables and supported us.
All right, well, we'll look forward to that event for next year. But let's get back to this trip, because you know you were looking at veterans going to view the memorials that are there in their honor, and that is just such a special time.
It is a special time for our veterans, and being able to see their emotionals and be able to open up when we get back in their time in the war. And this is an opportunity for them to reminisce with the other veterans on the bus too. And going up the highway and coming back is so much history, Chris. It's just, you know, you just don't believe it until you are actually there and see it and hear it.
And you know, we use that term band of brothers. There was the show and everything, but it truly is a band of brothers when these ladies and gentlemen get together and reminisce over their time serving our country.
Right. There's times we've taken a veteran that talks to another veteran on the bus, and they find out they were in the same area at the same time. We've taken a lot of POWs that's met another POW that was in the same camp. I mean, it's just an emotional time for all of us, but it's actually the most experience in your heart that you come home with, to know you've done something to give respect and dignity and the I get emotional.
It's okay.
Just to know that there's this program, Honor Flight, nationwide. There's 133 hubs nationwide in 43 states, and we all do the same thing for all the veterans in the United States. And to know to be a part of this organization has just been the biggest blessing in my life.
And it's got to be the same for you, Ann, as well, when you see the veterans get on the bus and head out.
It is, and they're just such jolly people when they're on there together. I always think about a couple of instances that happened on prior trips. One time we had a little rain delay, and of course for safety purposes we couldn't let them off the bus. So all of a sudden all these World War II veterans just burst out in songs from their era, like the Chattanooga Choo Choo, and they were just having such a great time. And the guardians that have the privilege of taking these veterans and being their guardians, they come back with different feelings too. So it's just great.
And you wanted to make sure that all the World War II veterans, the local World War II veterans, know that this is available, and you want to make sure that you get the word out for all veterans, but especially our World War II veterans.
Well, we all know that we're losing them every day.
Yes.
And we need to get the people in the community. If you've got a World War II veteran at your church, in your organizations, and anywhere in your neighborhood, please get them to sign up to go, because you know it's a journey of a lifetime for them. And we Honor Flight people will promise them the lifetime journey and a remembrance that will go in their heart.
All right.
So,
Edie, thank you so much.
Thank you.
And thank you for all you're doing.
Thank
for
you.
more information, check out all that information right there at the bottom of the screen, especially if you know a veteran that can get involved with Honor Flight today.